In the news this week, the High Court in Belfast dismisses same-sex marriage cases, education watchdog Ofsted is slammed for its unfair and irrational complaints process, and new evidence shows Christianity is growing in North Korea. Hello. The High Court in Belfast has dismissed two cases which sought to have same-sex marriage introduced to Northern Ireland. In one case, an anonymous man known as Applicant X, who entered into a homosexual marriage in London 3 years ago, sought a declaration that the union is valid under Northern Ireland law. In the other case, two gay couples who are in civil partnerships claim that they are entitled to get married in Northern Ireland. Handing down his ruling on the first case, Judge O'Hara stressed that the law on marriage falls under the remit of the Northern Ireland Assembly. Same-sex marriage has been blocked by the Northern Ireland Assembly 5 times in the last 5 years. Judge O'Hara also asserted that restricting marriage to opposite-sex couples does not contravene human rights laws. Callum Webster, the Christian Institute's Northern Ireland officer, said he was greatly encouraged that the law on marriage has been upheld. The definition of marriage as between one man and one woman is beneficial for all society, and it is excellent news that it has not been changed by this ruling. Ofsted's complaints process is unfair and irrational, a High Court judge said, as he quashed a report which would have put a school into special measures. Judge McKenna noted that Durand Academy had no ability to effectively challenge a report which would have destroyed it. He stated that Ofsted believes its own procedures are so effective, its decisions will in effect always be unimpeachable. Durand Academy is in the top 2.1% of English primary schools. John Denning, the Christian Institute's education officer, said numerous schools have come up against Ofsted's sham complaints process.
I've been contacted by many schools who feel they've been treated very unfairly and very inconsistently by Ofsted. And Jewish and Christian schools have been punished simply for holding true to their beliefs. They put in complaints to Ofsted, but their complaints have been roundly ignored. In the past academic year, Ofsted hasn't upheld a single complaint from any school in the whole country. The judge in the Durand Academy case has been absolutely clear, and Ofsted must now drop its sham complaints policy and make its work subject to proper scrutiny.
Celebrities on ITV's Loose Women programme reacted with dismay after an abortion boss spoke of her support for a radical change in the law. Anne Furedi, who leads the British Pregnancy Advisory Service, told the show about her commitment to abortion after 24 weeks and sex-selective abortion. But she was met with opposition by panellists, including Gloria Hunniford.
But the point is that it's legal for us to end that pregnancy at 24 weeks. It's illegal at 24 weeks and 1 day.
I know Denise has a lot to ask you, but I just have to, on that particular point, I must say this, because my step-granddaughter was just gone beyond 24 weeks. And they said she wouldn't survive. She was a pound and a half, lying in a hand like that. They said she probably, if she did survive, she would never be tall. She's now a strapping, lovely girl who's a nurse. Now, you can never convince me that that 24-25 period isn't a lovely little person.
It comes as the other major abortion group in the UK was revealed to have carried out more than 370 botched abortions in a 2-month period. A report by the Care Quality Commission into Mary Stopes also found that surgical staff did not follow basic hygiene procedures and other employees were not adequately trained. Crossbench peer Lord Alton responded by calling for an end to taxpayer funding for the abortion giant. And finally, Christianity is growing in the despotic state of North Korea despite the horrendous persecution of dissenters. A North Korean defector who works with the country's underground church said that people no longer respect Kim Jong-un and are refusing to worship the Kim family. He added that people are looking for something else to sustain their faith. In some places, that has led to the emergence of shamans, but the Christian church is also growing and deepening its roots there. He was speaking after an annual report on global religious freedoms was released by the US State Department. It estimates that 80,000 to 120,000 political and religious prisoners are being held in camps in remote areas of North Korea under horrific conditions. In neighbouring China, persecution of Christians has been receding and the church numbers nearly 100 million. Well, that's all for this week. For regular updates and information on all of our stories, plus much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. Until next time, goodbye.